Tell me, did you come through as pure gold?
You kick it like the benefactor's benefactor. Well, truthfully, we know you never been a factor. Well, honestly, the truth is that you've been an actor. And now your actions got them boys out the mass up. Lectures from the devil got you piping hot. This up and you get screwed and chopped, no Michael Watts. When I was 10, I knew I should have been on rap a lot. Think like Jay Prince and I do more.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we've got a showdown in the AFC West. It's the Broncos and the Bulldogs, and it comes your way next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Denver Broncos and the London Bulldogs. Two teams here fresh off week 1 victories who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned as that will be a touchback. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Pressure comes and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Now back to throw. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
This is caught inside the 15. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. So a little extra on top of the big play there.
It's tough for guys rushing the passer, but you have to know when the ball is gone. And if you listen, officials will tell you ball's gone. He didn't pull up.
Looking to throw. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack. They'll make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
They get 5 on the run, but it leaves them with a tough 3rd and goal forthcoming.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guy...
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. A very costly sack there on 3rd and goal. Pushes him back big time. And now you figure the field goal team coming on 4th. And this one is right through. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Jakeem Grant now to return. And not a good return at all. Down inside the 10, all the way back at the 7. Now a first down throw, Watson. Man open, that's Henry Ruggs. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
He's got him in, complete. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. And they rattle off a big one. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A shotgun snap for Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And he will find his man runs. And he'll be out of bounds. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll try to run with Breida. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Matt Breida, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bulldogs have moved out in front. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was Matt Breida who had the touchdown run to put an end to it. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty... The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. It's Sutton. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Under pressure, and down he goes. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. They'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this 1st half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. And it's taken in at the 9. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points.
And got his man complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. And what a big-time play there. But one thing's for sure, they're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. That's complete to John Ross. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, Watson buying time to his left. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
Obviously, a big play was needed, and you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Deshaun Watson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bulldogs are able to widen their advantage. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Denver's offense ready to go again. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Williams. Oh, look at the juke. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They go play action here on 1st down. Can't get away, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in the 2nd week of the regular season. The throw over the middle, taken in. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he will have the Broncos' 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's taken down inside the 30.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
1st and 10 here, and if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Broncos. Noah Fant His second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is down to 4.
Broncos 10.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. This is Jakeem Grant. And nowhere to go. He only makes it to the 5.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Watson. Rolling to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Watson on first down. Dancing to his left. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And finally, he's taken down at the 18. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Back to throw, Watson. He'll buy some time right. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, Watson. Flush to his right. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Deshaun Watson as the first half is winding down. And the Bulldogs will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the final act belonged to Deshaun Watson in his touchdown run. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive as they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock. Well, they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon,
we now proceed to the start of the second half.
these two coaching staffs likely going through their final adjustments for the second half. One of these teams is going to emerge 2-0. But who will it be? To find out, let's go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Watson now to throw. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off near the 42. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy. Jerry Jeudy there to make the grab. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. But what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs, and if you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you've got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
FCC violation.
No doubt.
Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. London about set to take over on offense. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown. Henry Ruggs. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bulldogs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Hard to believe that arm strength was a knock on Deshaun Watson coming out of Clemson, but he showed what he's got there.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Back to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Well, let's see, he was 8 of 13 prior to that pass, now 8 of 14, Charles.
Yeah, that's not horrible, but he's been under a ton of pressure throughout this game, not able to stay on his spot. You know, quarterbacks talk about that all the time, being able to get to one place, set up and throw. When they make you move a little bit, oftentimes your accuracy suffers.
And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can click and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. And he's been great. Looked down at the stat monitor here a moment ago. He's already over 300 yards in the 3rd quarter.
And you get the sense there are plenty more yards to come. He's been sharp right from the beginning.
He's got him in, complete. And all the way down to the 35. It's a big play there.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play that time through the air. 39 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Rolling to his right. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Now that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. Well, you had an offense working with a comfortable 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter and certainly doesn't feel as comfortable now following the turnover.
Yeah, you're right about that because now the nerves start to come into play a little bit. You're a little bit jangled. You don't want to give your opponents any avenues to get back into the game. What you'd rather do, put up signs that say, roads closed.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
2nd and 5. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive.
And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. They're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Out of the pistol, here's Williams. Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Sutton. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway. Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
63 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch. Yeah, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
Back to throw here. Wide open receiver, complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 3rd and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. They'll set up to throw. He's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Quiddy Pay gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. And I guess, partner, you call that a covered sack.
Oh, without a doubt, because where did he have to go with the football? I know everybody wants to get on him about, hey, get rid of the football. You had too much time in the pocket. But he's scanning the field, nowhere to go, and that allowed the pressure to ultimately get to him.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
Well, there's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And not a good return at all. Down inside the 10, all the way back at the 7. London about set to take over on offense. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that point.
And it looked like he got the feed down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. A big play there. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Watson's throw complete here to Waller. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Breida. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Watson now going to run the option right. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Watson. Sliding out of the pocket. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play. Wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way, because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the fourth. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Down to a knee goes Watson, and that should just about do it for this ball game.
Well, Brandon, they're getting to 2-0, and this time they're able to take a knee at the end and secure the victory.
Preseason, coach said their goal, they obviously want to win everything. He said, I think we can get off to a 3-0 start. Well, here they are looking at 2-0 right now. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle. Go on.